Welcome to this module on the early humans from trees to caves and open air sites. Now look at this diagram which is given for us. We can see here how this has worked. Archaeologists suggest that the early hominids such as Homo habilis probably consumed most of the food where they have found it. They might have found it in different places, they might have slept in different places and spent much of their time in the trees. So they might be living near to the trees, the hominids on the trees, then the primates in the tree. So they might be getting feeded here, they might be chewing it, cutting it, breaking them, chewing them, and leaving the bones here, which the scavengers used to remove. The carnivores carrying the leopards which are there, the hominid carrying the non-hominid primates, the crocodile feeding the stones and the bones. So, according to archaeologists, the hominids, that is Homo habilis, probably might have consumed their food and they might have slept on trees. Now, how would bones have reached the site? How would stones have reached the site? Would bones have survived intact? These are the questions which are coming up now. As you can see, what are the artifacts? Artifacts are the objects that are made by human beings. They can refer to a wide range of things such as tools, paintings, sculpture and engravings. So you might collect the evidences from the artifacts such as tools, paintings, sculptures, engravings, and you try to reconstruct the history with the evidences what we get as artifacts. So between 4 lakh years and 1,25,000 years ago, you can see caves, open air sites began to be used, and these are the evidences which are found in the European sites which are located in France. So you can see the open air sites inside the caves, the pictures, how they used to look like, where they are located. In the Lazaret cave in southern France, a 12 into 4 shelter was built against the cave wall. A 12 into 4 shelter was built against the cave wall, and inside there were 2 hearths, which means like the firewoods, and the evidences of different food sources like fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, bird eggs, freshwater fish were found. So in the Lazaret cave of the southern France, where it is located in the southernmost part of the France here, in the Lazaret cave, they have built a wall which is 12 into 4 size against the cave wall, and they are able to find here 2 hearths to warm themselves, the firewoods, and the evidences of the food sources such as the fruits, the vegetables, seeds, nuts, birds, egg, and the freshwater fish. Similarly, they are able to find another site called Terra Amata, which is on the coast of the southern France. Flimsy shelter with roofs of wood and grasses were built for short-term or the seasonal visits. So these give us the evidences that the early human started to live in caves. These are also proven by the sources of food which is available for them and the arrangement of the hearths to keep themselves warm, which means maybe they have gone into these sites during the time of rainy season or during the time of winter season. That's where they are keeping hearths. pieces of the baked clay and the burnt bone along with the stone tools can be dated between 1.4 to 1 lakh million years ago has been found in the Chesuwanza, Kenya and the Swartkrans of South Africa. So in this part and also in this part we are able to find some evidences between 1.4 million years ago to 1.1 million years ago. So is this burnt clay, burnt bone with the stone tools occurred due to the natural bushfire, volcanic eruption, or were they been produced through the deliberate, controlled use of fire? We do not really know what actually happened at that point of time. Hearths, on one hand, give us an indication of a use of controlled fire. So hearths, as you can see here, these are the modern hearths where you can control the usage of fire. There are so many advantages of fire, like fire provides us warmth, light inside the caves. It can be used for cooking as well. Now, besides, fire was used to harden the wood, as for instance the tip of the spear can be burnt to make it hard substance, and also to facilitate the flaking of tool to cut it into a sharp edge. Apart from keeping yourself warm, providing light in the caves, used for cooking, it can also be used to sharpen the tip, make it hard wood, or also to flake it to make it more sharper. So, as important, fire could be used to scare away the dangerous animals. Now, the burns of the baked clay, burnt bones of the individuals, along with the stone tools, what we are trying to get evidences in the sites of Chesuwanza of Kenya and Swartkrans of South Africa, proves that man has the knowledge. The early humans have the knowledge of fire because he used hearths. These hearths shows an indication of a controlled use of fire. So the advantages of fire: warmthness, light, cooking, harden the wood at the spear edge, and also to facilitate the flaking of the tools, sometimes to drive away the dangerous animals or scare them by the use of fire. So early human, from trees to caves to open air sites, he learned to use the fire. That's all we have in this module. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next.